Alright. Hello everybody. I am Gamemaster 909, back with more of Disney Infinity. Today, I am back once again in the Lone Ranger playset. Once again with Crystal Lone Ranger. Now previously, we took care of pretty much everything in the playset. Yeah, we now have 26 gold stars out of the 30 gold stars. We got all the capsules, all the missions, all the all the targets that we had to deal with. We bought everything in the toy store. So now all that's left is to... okay. All we have left to do now is just do all the challenges, which in the Lone Ranger playset, there are 10 challenges to take care of. So, I believe some of them do involve, some on horseback. There might be a couple of, shooting-related ones, like defeating enemies. So, may as well get on silver, and I believe some more challenge pads will show up. Yep, one over here, with a horse icon on it.
You ready for this?
Circling Colby. We got a race challenge. Pass through all the challenge gates before time runs out.
Here we go.
Alright.
Pass through every checkpoint or your win won't count.
Alright, it's one of these checkpoint-based race challenges. Just go through all the gates with the Disney Infinity logo on it.
Brilliant.
And yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
Great.
I believe each time you're giving less and less time. After this, I should probably switch to the Thundering Stallion. I don't know, I just like that horse more. And I may as well use it for, the last stuff we need to do for the Lone Ranger playset. It'll only make sense. And there it is. With 26 seconds to spare.
You did it.
Alright. Oh, there's another one over there.
About it. You ready?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that line before. Interesting.
Pass through
Anyways.
or your win won't count.
So, did I ever talk about this? The fact that in this game, the Lone Ranger is actually voiced by Armie Hammer, the same person that voiced him in the Lone Ranger movie. Now, I believe he's a somewhat notable actor. He's been in quite a bit of stuff. Most notably, he played the Winklevoss twins in the 2010 film The Social Network, which, is kind of based after the creation of Facebook. So that's kind of cool, Freaking the guy who played the Winklevoss twins is in Disney Infinity.
Great finish.
Wonder what all video games Jesse Eisenberg has been in.
Fantastic. You'll have to
But
pass
yeah,
all the checkpoints.
unfortunately Armie Hammer nowadays is, oh god, 35 seconds. That is not a lot of time. I'm sure we'll do it. But, anyways, it's kind of unfortunate that Armie Hammer nowadays is kind of known for his, accusations of, sexual abuse towards women. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that I guess it's kind of tainted his name on anything in the past, including this game. The fact that, Armie Hammer's in this game is like, oh no, not Armie Hammer. Holy crap, 2 seconds to spare. Crazy.
You win.
No holding back. I'm ready for anything.
Alright, level 3. But yeah, I do think it's pretty cool. And I don't think Armie Hammer does a bad job in this game, honestly.
Pass through every checkpoint.
And it's funny, because, I played this game before watching the Lone Ranger movie. So when I watched the Lone Ranger for the first time, which I did specifically for the sake of this playthrough, it was really weird hearing Armie Hammer play the Lone Ranger in that, because all I could hear was, oh my god, that's the Lone Ranger from Disney Infinity. It was really weird. I guess because I didn't expect him to sound exactly as he does between both the movie and the game. So it just weirded me out, because that's usually not the case with these licensed video games, Usually you can tell the difference between a character's movie voice and their tie-in video game voice. But this is not the case.
You did it.
And of course, there's going to be plenty of other characters in this game to where it's the same case, where it's their original actors reprising their roles and, you know, sounding exactly as they do in the movie.
Your win won't count.
However, I believe the only difference with that is, of course, all of those movies that I talk about, I saw before I got the Disney Infinity figures for them. So, yeah, guess I'll have to be stay tuned for that. Because it'll all be in the toy box mode. It's with all the toy box only characters. Which I believe there are 9 of them.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Alright, you can shut up now.
Great. One more.
Here we go. With just 10 seconds to spare. Perfect.
Great finish. Ready to bring it on.
Trotting through... Oh, by the way, the name of this challenge is Trotting Through Town. I forgot to mention that.
Challenge initiated. Pass through every checkpoint or your win won't count.
Alright.
Fantastic.
Okay, so whenever you complete a mission in this game, or just complete anything, you may notice the Texas Rangers badge that shows up, which is pretty much, you know, the badge that the Lone Ranger wears after his brother Dan, I believe, gives it to him in like the beginning of the movie or whatever. I remember seeing it as a kid, and my first thought was, yo, the baseball team? The MLB team, the Texas Rangers? I always found that funny. No! What?
Good try.
You have got to be kidding me. I was right freaking there, game.
Awesome.
Wow.
Pass through every checkpoint.
Talk about cutting it close. Holy crap. I might need to cut more corners or something. But yeah, I wasn't aware about the, you know,
That's what I'm talking about.
the Texas Rangers, which is pretty much, I
Brilliant.
guess it's just people in real life that, kind of, as the Lone Ranger says in this game, preserve justice within the state of Texas. I didn't know that as a kid.
Fantastic.
So the only thing I knew about it was the freaking MLB team. Isn't that hilarious? All right, come on. Yeah! Just barely.
You win.
I sure do.
Better than ever.
Yeah, 0.46 seconds left. Look at that. We got another one over here. Wow, they're all just right next to one another, aren't they? Riverbed Race.
Here we go. Pass through every checkpoint or your win won't count.
All right. Oh, well, check this out.
Great.
Boom. Don't even have to follow the spark trail. I got this. Also, that Gatling gun target is just levitating in the air. Wow. They thought no one would notice. I guess because while you're on the train, it's in such a far distance that you wouldn't notice that it's not connected to the rock behind it. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, look at that. Even from this angle, it definitely looks like it's levitating. That's hilarious. Alright, there we go.
You did it.
Alright, let's get out the Thundering Stallion. There we go.
How about it? You ready?
Yeah.
Pass through every checkpoint or your win won't count.
Shoot. Was I going to say something about this, playset?
Awesome.
Also, where did the sound effects go?
Fantastic.
Is it because I'm on the Thundering Stallion that there's, like, no trotting sounds at all? What's up with that? Maybe it's because I'm on the Thundering Stallion. I don't know. That's probably not the case because, you know, it made sounds before. Okay, my gun makes sounds, so I guess the game might not be broken. There we go. Maybe the Thundering Stallion doesn't make sound effects after all. Maybe the game was just glitched before. I have no idea.
Are you up for a real challenge? Here we go.
Alright.
You'll have to pass through all
I much prefer this anyway. I'd rather the horse not neigh every other second. Yeah, this is way better. Although again, it is weird most of the time hearing just the ambience of this scenery. It's a little eerie, I must say.
Great.
I don't know. Could just be me.
Looking great. Fantastic.
Yeah, not even any jumping sounds or anything.
Almost done.
Super weird. Come on. Wow.
Ooh.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, man.
Fantastic.
It's not fantastic, dude.
You'll have to pass
If I won this in my first attempt, it would be fantastic. It's not. Dang it.
That's unfortunate.
Say that again.
Yikes.
Alright, third time's the charm, am I right? God.
Pass through every checkpoint or your win won't count.
Alright. Probably gonna need to memorize this whole path. Because it's probably the only... I'm sorry, I just love the, my drop, or just my shadow in general. Of just me, you know, writing nothing. Love that.
Great.
Alright, maybe if I just go straight forward the whole time. Oh, that might slow me down.
Awesome.
And, oh. Oh, great, the train's in the way. Just kidding, no it's not! Come on.
Looking great.
Yes! Holy crap, just barely. 0.21 seconds left. That is pretty crazy. Alright, that's the end of that challenge. Now, how many more horseback challenges are there? There might be one in the railroad camp. Let's find out. Because let's see, that's 3 challenges done. So we only have 7 more to go. Ooh, you know what I could talk about? God, it's so weird. Anyways, I do distinctly remember as a kid finding a... I don't know, it was probably a pretty viral YouTube video. It was one that shocked me as a kid. Well, shocked me as in like an astonishment way of like, holy crap. That's cool. I remember watching a video as a kid of... like a 2-legged horse. I don't remember if it was like an animation. It probably was an animation.
A challenge?
Oh, by the way, there's a Lone Ranger challenge right there, specific to him. That might be the last one, actually. It's the only one I could find that's like, you know, highlighted, so let's go ahead and do it. The railway race. Pass through all the challenge gates before time runs out. So wait, are we racing on the railroad?
In order.
Or is it like the railroad camp? Let's find out. But yeah, I think it was like an animation or something of a two-legged horse. And I was like, dang, that's weird. I wouldn't be surprised if I thought it was real, you know? I'm pretty sure it like had a really weird start, like with like a Star Wars themed opening crawl or whatever. That's probably the only reason why I was intrigued by the video, because I loved Star Wars as a kid because of playing so much Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. So pretty much anything Star Wars related would catch my attention, you know? That's probably the only reason why. Still though, it was a really weird video. Of course, there's probably plenty of other horse-related videos that I watched. Like,
You did it.
there's of course the Film Cow series, Charlie the Unicorn, which
Ready to bring it on. Here we go.
me, my sister, and our friends would quote those videos all the frickin' time. It's crazy. But, yeah, actually, pretty sure I revisited them recently because I've actually heard what's going on with what went on with the Film Cow channel recently. As of the time of recording this, for the longest time, the Llamas with Hats series, which is kind of Film Cow's other very popular series. Those videos, I believe, were age restricted by YouTube for a little while, and recently they were the age restrictions were removed. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, because of that, hearing about that, I decided, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I revisited some of the old Charlie the Unicorn videos that me, my sister, and our friends loved so much. This was back in, like, I think probably 2011.
Great finish.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 2010 or 2011. Because,
Ready to bring it on.
you know, I would kind of associate anything Charlie related, like anyone named Charlie, I would kind of associate with either it or the Disney Channel sitcom Good Luck Charlie. Remember that one? That was one of our favorites. I might revisit that one day. Who knows? I'll see if it holds up. But, yeah, so, like, I remember, I had a friend that's in elementary school named Charlie, and I kind of associated him with, like, his name always reminded me of either Charlie the Unicorn or the Disney Channel sitcom. Which is weird. And I guess I even knew the name Charlie before I even knew words like shoddy, because this is the reason why I distinctly remember this being around like 2011 or 2010, is because the first time I ever went to Walt Disney World was in 2011. And there, I think it was there when it happened, so I'm pretty sure. Alright, there we go. Leveled up.
Back for more.
No, apparently there's another horseback challenge. I believe. But yeah, I was always saying, I remember there, I believe my sister, probably one of her friends, because it was not only our family, but some of our friends went with us to Walt Disney World. And I remember them I vaguely remember them talking about the lyrics to the song Replay by Eaz. You know, the song like, Shawty's got a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like, na 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 every day, like my iPod stuck up replay. You know, that one. It's a pretty popular one. And whenever I heard them say, Shawty's got a melody in my head, or is it Shoddy got a melody? I was never able to figure that out. But anyways, I always thought they said Charlie's got a melody in my head, so it's kind of a misheard lyric from my younger self. And I always imagined that the song had to do with Charlie the Unicorn. I was a stupid kid. You know? I mean, there's probably not many other... Well, okay, there probably was plenty of kids. But it really tells you, like, you know, the generation I was a part of. The early YouTube generation that grew up with crap like ShamWow. Well, not crap. Well, it depends on who you ask. Stuff like ShamWow, freaking Film Cow. What else? Oh, God. Fred. I wouldn't be surprised if we watched the Nickelodeon premiere of Fred the movie. I'm pretty sure we did, actually. So yes, I have seen Fred the movie. And it's as good as it sounds. Well, that's a lie. The film is surprisingly okay, in my opinion. Oh, there's another challenge over there. All right, I told you there was one in the railroad camp. All right, we got another one.
Ready for this?
Race in the range.
Here we go.
There's the bison head we made before. That's funny. Or the one I made before. Not sure what's going on with the echo, though, from those townspeople. But anyways, we got 12 gates in this one. But, yeah, I really don't want to be that person, but, like, back in my day, YouTube was good. Or at least, you know, it could just be because it was childhood, you know, and I associate happy memories with my childhood for the most part. But, yeah, and one of them was all of our friends watching YouTube videos, seeing, trying to think of what other content creators we watched at that time. I don't think we watched Smosh or anything. Or like, what's his name? Ray William Johnson? Anything like that? I know those YouTubers were popular around that era.
That's what I'm talking about.
But, shoot, what did we watch? It's been so long ago, I'm still trying to think.
Fantastic. Almost done.
Oh yeah, a bunch of like Weird Al Yankovic music videos, like the one for what's it called? Stuck at the Drive-In, or Trapped in the Drive-Thru. That's the name of it, because it was a parody. Okay, there we go. We got the Gold Star Rough Rider
Shall we level it up a bit?
for doing all the horseback challenges at least once.
You'll have to pass through all the checkpoints.
God, it's such a menacing laugh with that reverb or echo. That's weird. Anyways, yeah, I remember because it was a parody of "Trapped in the Closet" by R. Kelly, and pretty sure we always loved that song. I had no idea it was a parody of R. Kelly,
That's what I'm talking about.
so it was kind of my introduction to the song, which probably for the better, honestly, because I think the Weird Al version's better anyway. But yeah, pretty cool.
Brilliant.
Alright, the reason why I brought up llamas with hats earlier, because it reminded me of something else. I guess it still involves horses, you know, because it's another four-legged animal. But I do remember, this was a little later at least, on my Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, this was later because this was back when I actively used the Nintendo 3DS. It had a software on it called Nintendo Video, to where you could like watch different like web videos that you could install onto your 3DS and watch offline. I think you could store up to like 4. It would be some Nintendo related videos along with stuff from like actual YouTube animators or like just different YouTube channels. Like I think there was stuff from Channel Frederator. There was some stuff on there from College Humor. That was how I discovered stuff like I think Dinosaur Office, which I love that series as a kid, but that's a topic for another day. And I do remember on there, Llamas with Hats was on there, I think. And I remember when clicking on it, I think it would show like, oh, your account or whatever needs to be set to a certain age in order to watch the video. I'm pretty sure, kind of ironic that I talked about the YouTube age restriction earlier, because I think on Nintendo Video, it was like a quote-unquote age-restricted video, which makes more sense because, you know, a lot of kids probably use Nintendo Video. So, like, they're probably be more strict when it comes to, what do you call it? Content in general that would be put on there. That, you know, mature stuff will probably be set with even more restrictions. And I do remember, yeah, watching them recently, I totally understand why it would be like a, quote, age-restricted video on there, that I think you would have to set your account, your Nintendo Network account to whatever, to like 18 or older to watch it. And like I said, now watching it, it makes a lot of sense. Uh-oh. We might cut it close here.
Almost there.
Just kidding. 3 seconds remaining. I'm just that cool.
You win.
Alright. There we go. Horse Master. Now done all of the horseback challenges in the Lone Ranger playset. I believe that's, what, half of them? So now, it's time to do the other half. Which, I know where one of them is. It's one of the Crow Wing challenges. Should probably equip that. Alright. But yeah, pretty funny stuff. Even funnier that, you know, an official Nintendo application would have something like Llamas with Hats on it. That's just hilarious to me. Alright, Flight from the Elders.
Awesome.
Gather as many collectibles as you can before time runs out using the Crow Wing Pack. Because we gotta fly up in order to grab them. Like this.
Fantastic. Looking great.
And I don't know if this would be a spoiler, but like in Disney Infinity 1.0 at least, the Crow Wing Pack is pretty much the only pack in the game that kind of lets you freely fly wherever you want, which is super useful. There's some others that like can kind of let you fly. They're mainly in the Toy Story and Space playset, but this is the only one that lets you truly like freely fly, both ascending and flying in any direction, like forward, backward, left, or right.
Great.
So it is super helpful in that regard.
Fantastic.
And I do remember using it a lot back in the day. Or really just any time I play 1.0 edition, the Crow Wing Pack will come into a lot of use. However, in Disney Infinity 2.0 edition, they introduced flying as a like mechanic to characters like you know, Iron Man and
Finish.
Thor, along with even some Disney characters like Tinkerbell.
You're looking for a challenge, huh? Awesome.
Oh, shut
Here
up.
we go.
Yes, I am.
Here's the goal. Watch the clock.
Alright, 40 this time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure as you may notice the little thing that the crow is carrying, pretty much carrying the wing pack itself. I think that's what it is.
Great.
So I can like transform. I forget exactly what it is, And I don't think the movie explains it because, you know, not any character can, like, you know, turn into a crow. I'm pretty sure only Tonto could because of the crow on his head. But, yeah, I always found the pad weird as a kid because of its colors. It pretty much matches the color palette of Mickey Mouse, funnily enough. You may notice because, you know, the red for his pants, the yellow for his shoes, and the black and white for his kind of body, you know. I always found that weird. Even more interesting, that's the first thing I associated with the, oh, there's another challenge over there. With the pad, you know. Very, very weird.